ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। सुमुखश्च एकदन्तश्च कपिलो गजकर्णकः लम्बोदरश्च विकटो विघ्नराजो विनायकः धूमकेतुर्गणाध्यक्षः पालचन्द्रो गजाननः वक्रतुण्डः शूर्पकर्णो हेरम्बः स्कन्दपूर्वजः शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य गरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परस्वतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तम् आश्रये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय अक्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वभूतहिते रतं वेदाब्जभास्करं वन्दे समाधिनिलयं मुनिं जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वयात् इतरतश्च अर्थेषु अभिघ्नः स्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायः आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत् सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र सर्गो वृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि धर्मः प्रोचितकैतवोऽत्र परमो निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवम् अत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम् श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैः ईश्वरः सद्यः हृदिः अवरुध्यतेः अत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषिभिः तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं सुखमुखात् अमृतद्रवसंयुतम् पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिकाः भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तम् अनुपेतम् अपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवः अभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यः स्वानुभावम् अखिलश्रुतिसारम् एकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितीर्षतां तमोन्धम संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Now with Bhagavan's grace, with Swami's anugraham, let us move on. This adhyayam number 5 in Skandham 4 that we are currently partaking describes the destruction of Daksha Prajapati. Destruction of Daksha Prajapati. Please remember, the same Bhagavan who creates, the same one who also protects what has been created, also destroys. We must remember that always, okay? And what is destroyed here is Prajapati, Daksha Prajapati, whose primary job is not only to procreate and generate population, which he has done, and he did beautifully. Even today, we can trace our origin back to what we're talking of. More importantly, to set an example. So Praja Adipati. Adipati means master, the ruler. The ruler has to conduct himself in an exemplary manner so the others can follow him. But he became arrogant, highly egoistic, and Tushnindai. He started deriding Bhagavan, Paramatma himself. Please understand that, okay? And that sets an extremely harmful example and harms the welfare and the well-being of the whole of creation, all the people who look up to him, right? So this is very important, dharmam, adharmam, And this is how the Bhagavan's Leela takes place from time immemorial. Now we came up to Slokam 9, and Prasuti says that, yes, this father, whose daughter was very near to him, he completely disrespected her, did not even welcome her because of his hatred towards her husband. He welcomed all other daughters, and even the sisters of Sati Devi, the 13 daughters who married Dharma Devatai, they also were there. Everybody said, this is Prajapati's big fault, the greatest fault, okay? And the Prasuti and, of course, the daughters, they were all trembling with fear of Prajapati. Please remember that Prajapati is all-powerful. Now, the next few slokangas, let us hope that Bhagavan says, I hope we can cover up to slokam number 17 today. That's total of 3 slokangas. Let us see how Swami guides us. Now, the reason is, the next few slokangas are going to describe how the destruction was. Okay? There have been various detail, it goes through that. I don't think we need to delve into it into too much, but understanding the padarthanga. Okay? That is what I'm going to confine myself to. So, starting from slokam 10, and the people who were all trembling with fear, they were all afraid. Remember, all kinds of bad omens were coming. The dust was coming from the northern direction, dark, and they couldn't explain, right? So many things were happening. So everybody was quite agitated, disturbed, peaceless, like afraid. And so with that worry and anxiety, they were talking about how can any good thing befall somebody, even if it be Brahma, who encourages this person, who performs. I was talking about Shiva, who encourages Lord Shiva. And what does Shiva do? He performs his wild dance of destruction at the Pralayam time, cosmic dissolution. And how does he look? His hair is disheveled, spreading all over. His hands were uplifted like flat staffs and holding terrific arrows and a sharp trident on which all the Devadaigal, the Dig Devadaigal, the direction, the goddess of gods of the various directions, they're all pierced in the pointed end of the trident, it seems. And with that, he's also, because once he pierces all the directions, the various directions that we have got, Devadaigal are all pierced at the end of his trident. And then the hands of those big Devadaigal, he's lifting them up as if that is the flag. And the various quarters, everything becomes very dark. And then he's also dancing, giving the thundering roars that splits the quarters, okay? And then it's absolutely irresistible power that he demonstrates, okay? And then he also raises his eyebrows, which is so frightening, is unapproachable. And that is how at the time of Pralayam, this Shiva is. And the few anyone who enrages him, how can that person survive? So that is what people are speaking. And while they were speaking like this, there were many bad omens, portents that appeared in the sky, and also on the earth, both on the sky and on the earth, many bad portents. And then these things generated fear even in such a powerful person as Daksha Prajapati. Then Maitreya says, O Vidura, then this army coming under the leadership of Virabhadra, all the Sivaganangal, they were all following him, right? They came and they disturbed, obstructed, and completely destroyed the various, the Yagangal, the Yagasalai, and all the rishis, and everybody were running here and there, and running helter-skelter. And the superstructure was destroyed, the various materials used for Yagangal, they were all consecrated, they were all completely vilified. And so, kitchen, etc., various halls they went, the details we're going to see. And then some of them actually bound the rishis with cords and threatened their wives. And then some of them ran and chased and caught hold of devas who were trying to escape. Maniman and Sivaganan, okay, we saw that earlier. He caught hold and bound Bhrigu Maharishi. Because remember, Bhrigu Maharishi is the one who, using mantram, created the Ribu Devadayagal, right? Please remember that. So he bound them. Then Veerabhadra, he bound Prajapati Daksha. And Chandiswaran, he bound Pushan, another one. And Nandiswara, he bound Bhaga. Up to that point, number 17. Let us take Pradipada Arthangal now with Bhagavan's grace. Slokam number 10. Yaha antakale yukta jatha kalapaha sasula suchi arpita dig gajendraha vitatya nrutyati udita atra doho dvajane uccha attahasa tanayitnuhu abhin tanayitnu bhinna dikke tanayitnu bhinna dikke yaha antakale yukta jatha kalapaha sasula suchi arpita dig gajendraha vitatya nrutyati udita astra doho dvajane uccha attahasa stanayitnu bhinna dik. Once more, most of the words are new, unfamiliar. Yaha antakale vipta jata kalapaha swasula suchi arpita dig gajendraha vitatya nrutyati mudita astra doho dhajane uccha attahasa stanayitnu bhinna dik. Yaha, who? Okay, now this is now 10 and 11. You're going to see people are talking like this. Okay, who's talking? We're going to see that it's going to come in Slokam 11, Slokam 12. It says, Udvignat Risa Janena. So those Janangal, they were talking like this. Okay, people who were agitated, disturbed, mentally worried, and afraid. All the people of the Yagasala, they talk. So it begins like this. Yaha, who? Antakale, at the time of Pralayam, the cosmic dissolution, what does he do? Vyupta jata kalapaha. Now, jata means, you know that, hair that is knotted on the head. Kalapaha means the various end of it, the various groups of the hair, okay? That is there normally when you do. What happens to those hair? Vyupta, all of them have been loosened up and spreading all over, disheveled. So how frightening it is to begin with. So that's how beautifully it is described. Yukta jata kalapaha. Then also in Antakale yahahu swasula suchi. Swasula, the sulam, trident, his own. So it's a Thiruvaruman in Tandavam. You see carrying that sula, the trident. We call it trident in English, sulam in Tamil and Sanskrit. So that he carried. Now it has got 3 pointers. Sharp pointed ends, those are called suchi. Suchi means the point. And so, swasula suchihi, and what happens? That those ends of the trident, arpita, it is pierced. What is it pierced? And arpita, dik gajendraha. Big Gajendraha, the gods, the leaders of the various directions. Every direction has got a Devaday. Okay, Ashtadik, we say Ashtadik, Balagargal. Okay, that is one way to look at it. And those Devadayagal, their responsibility is to protect that particular direction. What does it mean? I mean, direction is which way you look at it. All only dharmic activities and beneficial things, harmony and peace are maintained from the vibration from that direction, isn't it? because that is for your and my benefit, for our well-being, for the well-being of all the other 8.4 million creatures, right? As Rigvedam says, that noble thoughts come to me from all directions, right? The nobility that has to come. The Devadegal protected. And those Devadegal, they are pierced at the end of these, of the Sivaperuman's Trisulam. Okay? Then, so he has got his hair spread out, disheveled, and at the end of this, carrying this Trisulam, where all the big Devadegal, they're all pierced. And then, Vitatya, okay, the Gajendra, okay, they take that. Then, Ucha Attahasa, let us take that, the next one, okay. Arpita Dig Gajendra, Ucha Attahasam. Attahasam means, very big roar. Karjik kardu, we say in Tamil, right? So that roaring, but Ucha means very loud. So loudly roaring, very loudly. Okay, now you understand how step by step. Then Stana Yutnu Bhinna Dik. Now Ucha Attahasa means you're roaring loudly. So when you roar loudly, what happens? Thundering sound is created, isn't it? Like a thunder, we say in English. That sound is created. That is Bhagavan doing Ucha Attahasam. You can look at it that way. So the huge thundering sound that created, what does it do? Binna Dik. Binna means to cut. Dik means direction. As if the noise is so loudly is roaring that that noise is actually splitting the directions all over, all around, roaring so loudly and laughing very loudly, very intensely, carrying the Trisulam with all the big Devadegal being at the end of that sharp end of the Trisulam, the hair completely disheveled. Okay, then Udita Astra Doho Dvajane. Udita, raised up, to raise up something. What has been raised up? Astra Doho. Now, Doho means hand. Astra means weapons. Gajan means flag. So what does Sivaperuman do? He has raised his hand, and the various hands of those, the Devadegal, are raising them up as its flag. Okay, dissolution taking place. Okay, with that, what does Bhagavan do? Vidatya Nrutyati. Vidatya, again, we say Tamil, with spreading all over. Okay, the hair disheveled, etc. The way we saw, Nrutyati, he is dancing. At what time? Antakale. At the cosmic dissolution, Pralaya Kalam time. Yaha, who does this? That's what they start to talk. The Sivaperuman is no ordinary person. Okay, so that's the first slokam, 10. And 11, Amarsha Yitva Tam Asahya Tejasam Manyu Prutam Dur Vishaham Bru Kutya Karala Damtrabihi Udasta Bhaganam Syat Swasti Kim Kopayataha Vidhatuhu. Amarsha Yitva Tam Asakya Tejasam Manyu Prutam Dur Vishaham Prukutya Karala Damtrabihi Udasta Bhaganam Syate Swasti Kim. Kim Swasti Syate, that's the meaning of it. But we'll come to that in a minute. Kopayataha Vidhatuhu. Now, come, Yaha, who does this at Pralaya Kalam? Tam, that person. Okay, that. Asahya Tejasam. His parakramam, his veeram is unbeatable, unconquerable, and unbearable. That Asahya Tejasam, Manyu Prutam, one who is completely embroiled in anger. Manyu means anger. Manyu Prutam. And Bru Kutya. Bru means eyebrows. Kutya means to raise the eyebrows. When do you raise your eyebrow? When you're angry. So Bru Kutya, because with the raised eyebrows, like the way Narsimha was when he came to give salvation and take Hiranyakasipu back, at that time, his Puruvangal, brows were like this. Not only that, even before that, Hiranyakasipu's eyebrows were also like when he became angry, just one raise of his eyebrow, everybody fell at his feet. They were so afraid. So that Bru Kutya, because of that, Durvishaham, unapproachable. Right? You're talking of Pralaya Kalam here. That Bhagavan, that Amarsha, that Bhagavan, one second. Let me get my slokam here. Again, print away. Okay. So we are in 11. See, Kam Amarshayitva. Amarshayitva means one who has been made to be angry by Daksha Prajapati. That Tam, that Sivaperuman, we saw in Pralaya Kalam what he does, how he dances, Asakya Tejasam, Manyupratam, Brukutya Durvishaham, and Karala Damtrabihi, his molar teeth, Koraparkal, they were all sticking out. Looking at him is so fearsome, as Arjuna had in Vishwarupa Darshanam. Please don't forget it. Okay, same Bhagavan, same Vishnu, same Sriman Narayana, creates and protects and also destroys. That's the darshan Bhagavan gave to Arjuna. But beautiful, Saumya Rupam, so fantastic. At the same time, then he showed him the Pralaya Skala Swarupam also, that even Arjuna was terror-struck. Such a great warrior he was. He himself says, no, please bring back your Saumya Rupam. I can't take this. Okay, that's the Bhagavan we're talking of. So it's being described like that. Karala Damtrabihi. So then, Udasta Bhaganam. Now, this Bhagavan, how does he appear? He doesn't appear dark. He doesn't appear like a... If you remember, it's the Tejas is something that is mind-blowing. Okay? And so, Udasta Bhaganam, that here it means all the various effulgences in the creation. We call it stars, planets, sun, moon, whatever you want to call it. All the effulgences have been dimmed. They've been made dim by this effulgence. Udasta Bhaganam. They are completely pressed by that Sivaperuman, that Tam, that Sivaperumanai. Tam means grammatically that Sivaperumanai. Okay, so you understand. Kopayataha, one who has made him angry. Kopayataha, one who has made him angry. Vidhatuhu, even if it is Brahma, Vidhatuhu means even Brahmadevan, Kim Sasti Syat, how can he get anything good or benefit from it? How can he be peaceful? Okay, so nobody can be. Even Brahmadevan himself, if he makes Bhadrasuraman angry, Kim Sasti Syat, then it is like that. What about Daksha Prajapati? He is nothing. So that is what they were talking. Okay, Amarshayitva tam asakya tejatam manyu prutam durvishaham brukutya. करालदंष्ट्राभिः उदस्तभागनं स्यात् स्वस्ति किं कोपयतः विधातुः. नंबर 12. बहु एवम् उद्विग्नदृशा उच्यमाने जनेन दक्षस्य मुहुः महात्मनः उत्पेतुः उत्पाततमाः सहस्रशः भयावः दिवि भूमौ च पर्यक्. बहु एवम् उद्विग्नदृशा उच्यमाने जनेन दक्षस्य मुहुः महात्मनः उत्पेतुः उत्पाततमाः सहस्रशः भयावः दिवि भूमौ च पर्यक्. Number 12. Now, एवं बहु उद्विग्नदृशा जनेन उच्यमाने. एवं बहु उद्विग्नदृशा जनेन उच्यमाने. Okay, so we understand it in our English language, which we are using now. Evam, thus, ivare. Bahu, in different ways, many ways. Udvigna drisa janena. Udvigna is an adjective. Okay, janena, by the people present in the Yagasalai. Udvigna drisa, their eyes are all completely, how they become afraid and unclear and all that. Only fear was coming out of their eyes. And mind was completely agitated. So those Udvigna drisa janena, by those people, evam thus, bahu, in different ways, uchyamane, when they were talking like this, when they're speaking like this among themselves, this is what happened, right? They talk so many things. At that time, uchyamane, at that time, or during that time, mahatmanaha dakshasya, mahatmanaha, now dakshasya, dakshanakku, okay, Tamil, dakshanakku, daksha prajapatiki, okay, put it mahatmanaha, because he's not an ordinary man, he's a prajapati. So mahatmanaha dakshasya, and the daksha prajapatiki, to that daksha prajapati, bhaya vahaha, bhaya avahaha, to give him fear, to bring fear to him, making him afraid. What happened? Sagasrasaha utpadaha. Sagasrasaha, thousands of many utpadaha, bad omens, sagunangal, divi bhumaucha, in the sky and on the earth, paryak, in all directions, utpeduhu, they all manifested themselves. Okay, they showed themselves. Called utpadaha, bad omens of bad portents, things to come. So in the sky, on the earth, in all directions, they appeared. And that gave fear, made Daksha Prajapati afraid. Okay, while the people were talking like this is what happened. Number 12. Bahu evam udvigna drisaha uchyamane janena dakshasya muhu mahatmanaha. Okay. Muhu means again and again, repeatedly. Mahatmanaha uduhu utpadatamaha sagasrasaha bhayavaha divi bhumaucha padyat. Okay. Now, let's go to slokam number 13. Tavat yaha rudra anucharaihi makah mahan nana yudhaihi vamanakaihi uda yudhaihi pingaihi pisangaihi makara udara ananaihi parya dravadbihi vidura anvarudhyata. Now, beautiful descriptions coming here in Sanskrit, but we can quickly understand and move on. Okay, you don't have to delve into it. There's a description of what was happening. That's all this is. Tavat saha rudra anucharaihi makah mahan nana yudhaihi vamana kaihi uda yudhaihi uda ut ayudaihi is uda yudhaihi Ayudahi, weapons. Ut means carrying it upwards, carrying it. Okay. Ut means to lift it up. Okay. So already all the weapons were all drawn. That's what it means. Ayudahi. Pingaihi, Pishangaihi, Makara Udara Ananaihi, Parya Dravadbihi, Vidura Anvarudhyata. Now, Tavat. See, the Tavat at that time, okay, when all this was happening, and the Sagunangal, the bad omens were creating fear in Daksha Prajapati, and people are talking like this, and the huge darkish black dust was coming from the northern directions with huge sound and noise and all that. Just imagine this, okay? And the Sivaganangal were not coming silently, right? We talked about it. So, and even Daksha Prajapati now was right now unsettled. Tavat, at this time, Vidura, Maitreya is saying, Vidura, at that time, Saha, that, Mahan Makaha, Mahan, the great, Makaha, the Yajnam, that great Yajnam, Nana Yudaihi, Nana Ayudaihi, various types of carrying, people who are carrying various weapons, Vamana Kaihi, people who are all short in height, Kullab we say in Tamil, right? Vamana Kaihi, Uda Ayudaihi, Ut Ayudaihi, whichever we split it, and carrying their weapons, drawn their weapons and carrying it high in their hand, showing it. Okay. Pingaihi, ashen colored with the body. Body was grayish, blackish type of a color. Some of them. Pishangaihi, some of them are yellow in color. Makara Udara Ananaihi. Makara, crocodile. Okay. Udara, stomach. Ananaihi, face. People some of them whose face was like Makara, like crocodile. And some of them whose stomach looked like a crocodile. So some of them were yellow in color. Some of them were ash color. And they're carrying weapons in their hand. Some of them were short, and they're carrying all types of weapons, different types. So these people, and what do? They are Parya Dravadbihi. They were rushing towards the Yagasalai. Rushing, Parya, they're coming, running very fast. Okay, charging. And that Rudra Anucharaihi, the Sivaganangal, the army of Rudra, this Mahan Makaha, this big Yagasalai, okay, Brihaspati Savam, that is a yaga we started doing. That huge Yagasalai it was, huge place. And that Tavat at that time, Saha Mahan Makaha, that Yajnasalai was Rudra Anucharaihi, by the Sivaganangal, by the army attendants of Rudra. Rudra Anucharaihi. Grammar is Rudra Siva. Anucharaihi Siva Ganangal. All. Okay, by them. By the Siva Ganangal. Anvrudhyata. It was surrounded. Okay, so the whole Yagasala was surrounded by this Siva Ganangal of Rudra. And then they were carrying various weapons. They were raised. Some of them raised their weapons in their hand. Some of them were short. Some of them were yellow in color. Some of them were ashen color. And some of them had face like a crocodile. Some of them had stomach hanging out like a crocodile. Very scary. And they were all charging towards the Yagasalai, and they surrounded. That is slokam number 13. Let's move on. 14. Kechite, now you're going to see some very, what you call as a cruel, destructive activity that takes place. Even today in our life it takes place. Somebody dies peacefully, somebody dies after great suffering. So many things happen. In our life ends. That's also one pralayam only, one dissolution. So it happens in different ways. So you're going to see the description. 14. Kechit babajjuhu pragvamsam patni salam tata apare sadah agnigra salam cha tad viharam mahanasam. So what is in the Yagasala? Kechit babajjuhu pragvamsam patni salam tata apare sadah agnigra salam cha tat viharam mahanasam. They were destroying. Kechit, some of these Sivaganangal. What did they destroy? Pragvamsam. Pragvamsam is the, Yagasalai is built with pillars, right? With stambam, with what we call a stone and all that, right? So that is pragvamsam. So to destroy a building like that, if you knock all the pillars and all that, it gets destroyed. Simple. So Kechit, some of the Sivaganangal, pragvamsam, the pillars of the Pandal, Tata in the same way, Apare, some others, Kechit, some did this, and Tata in the same way, Apare, some others, Patni Sala, Sala, Patasala, Vidyasala, okay, and like that we say, for school, and Sala means the place, okay, and so here, Patni Sala means the Daksha's wife, the place where they were staying. That Patni Salam. And Sataha, the Yajna Salai. Agdidra Salam. Now, Agdidra is, in this case, Daksha Prajapati, the leader, the chief of the Yagam. So the place where he was staying. And Tat Viharam, and the whole mound of earth in which the Yagasala was built, Tat Viharam, and Mahanasam cha, and the kitchen, so to speak, the big kitchen, Mahanasam, where food is cooked. All those places, Babajjuhu, okay? Babajjuhu means to destroy it. So they destroyed the Yagasala, and the place where the Rishi's wives were, the Daksha Prajapati's wives were, the place where Daksha Prajapati was, the Yagasala, and the Pandal itself, and also the place where food is being cooked. Number 15. Rurujuhu Yajnapatrani tata eke agnine anasayan kundeshu amutrayan kechite bibiduhu vedi mekhala. Bibiduhu, one second, let me correct it here in the notes. Bibiduhu, okay. Rurujuhu, Yajnapatrani tata eke agnine anasayan kundeshu amutrayan kechite bibiduhu vedi mekhala. Now, Rurujuhu means break. To Rurujuhu means they broke in the past tense, okay. Now, Tata in the same way, Yeke, some others, okay, because continuing, Yajnapatrani, the various patrangal, the pots and other vessels that are used to perform Yagam, Rurujuhu, they destroyed it, some others. And then also Agnine, Anasayam, Agnine, the fire itself, they extinguish it and completely extinguish it. Some of them, Kundeshu, Amutrayan, in that holy place where Yagam is supposed to be performed, some of them actually passed urine to vilify the place. So the Yagam is completely destroyed. Kechit is some people, some of these Sivaganangal, Vedi Mekalaha. Vedi Mekalaha means in the Yagasalai there are boundaries drawn to perform different functions. And those boundaries are called Vedi Mekalaha. So those the boundaries, the divisions, the dividers, so to speak, all those dividers, Bibiduhu, they broke it. So completely, every details, completely they destroyed it. Rurujuhu Yajnapatrani tata eke agnine anasayanne kundeshu amutrayanne केचित् विविदुः वेदिमेखलाः. Number 16. अबाधन्त मुनीन्ये एके पत्नीः अतर्जयन् अपरे जहुः देवान् प्रत्यासन्नान् पलायितान्. अबाधन्त मुनीन्ये एके पत्नीः अतर्जयन् अपरे जगृहुः देवान् प्रत्यासन्नान् पलायितान्. Some more description taking place, so we can move quite quickly. Now, slokam number 16, right? Anye, yet others. Some people did this, some people did this, that's the way it's described it. So, anye, others, some others. Munina abhadanta. They blocked and troubled the various rishis there. They blocked them from escaping and troubled them. Okay? And then, eke, yet others, some others, patnihi atarjayan, they terrorized the rishis' wives. Okay? Apare, yet others, pratyasannane palayitane. Pratyasannane palayitane devane. Various devatas are also present, and some of them were pratyasanna. They were present very in proximity. They were sitting right there. So pratyasannane devane, the devatas who were present there very close by, and palayitan devan, some of the devatas were trying to escape. They were running away. So both the devatas, apare, yet others, jagruhu, they caught hold of them. Abhadanta muninye eke patnihi atarjayanne apare jagruhu devan pratyasannan palayitan. Number 17. Brigum babandha maniman वीरभद्रः प्रजापतिं चण्डीसः पूषणं देवं भगं नन्दीश्वरः अग्रहीते. Now, you can appreciate the Sanskritam here. Very simple sentences. So let me point this out to you so that you can appreciate it yourself. Maniman Brigum Babandha. That's the way we say in English. Maniman bound Bhrigu. Bhrigum. Bhrigum means Bhrigu Munivarai. Okay, grammar. Please understand the Bhrigum. Okay. Babandha means to bind. Maniman is this subject. Maniman is the name of one of the Sivagananga. We saw that. So Maniman Bhrigum Babandha. Maniman bound Bhrigu. Then Veerabhadraha Prajapatim babandha. Patim, you see, Prajapatim, Prajapatiyai, Daksha Prajapatiyai. Okay, the grammar, please understand it. Veerabhadra, whom Bhagavan Shiva actually said, you are my Amsam, and created him by plucking one hair and throwing it on the ground, and Veerabhadra rose out of it. We saw that earlier. And he says, go, you are my Amsam, be the leader. So that Veerabhadra, Prajapatim babandha, he caught hold of and bound Daksha Prajapati. Then Chandisaha Bhushanam Babandha. Okay. Chandisa, we go to Chandikeswara, we go to temple, we see. We have prayed to Chandikeswara also. One of the prayers is, we do the kind of, clip our fingers, and also some prayers we do with, when you say, without having any salt, and you give salt there. And all those things, we have a ritual that we play to Chandikeswara. So this Chandikeswara, Chandisaha, Pushanam Babandha, he bound another Rishi or Deva called Pusha. Okay, Deva not Rishi, but Deva is actually. Then Nandiswaraha Bhagam Devam. So Pusha is one Deva. We saw that earlier. In our lineage, when you go back to that, you can check that schematic and you will see that. And then Nandiswaraha, Nandikeswara was also there. We saw that. And what did he do? Nandiswaraha Devam Bhagam Babandha. Bhagam Devam Bhagan. We also saw that. That's in the lineage also. You can check the schematic and see where Bhaga is born and whose his father and mother are. That Devan, Nandiswarar, he bound him. Okay, Agrahit. Now, not only that Babandha means to bind, but also the Agrahit means they got hold of him. First Agrahit, then Babandha. The Agrahit means graham. To grahita. Agrahit means to take something in, to grasp it. So they got hold of each one of them like this, and Babandha, they bound them. Bhrugum, Babandha, Maniman, Veerabhadraha, Prajapatim, Chandisaha, Pushanam, Devam, Bhagam, Nandiswaraha, Agrahite. With Bhagavan's grace, we will stop here today and continue tomorrow. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi